What if the secret to transforming your body, mind, and life wasn't in the external world, but within you? In the next few minutes, you'll discover how your thoughts, words, and breath are shaping your reality every moment. Learn how to tap into the profound power of breathing words, rewriting the mirror, and unblocking circulation to create deep transformation. The tools are already within you. Let's unlock them together and begin your journey to calm vitality and coherence. Are you ready to align with your highest potential? Before anything exists in physical form, there is vibration. Every structure, every thought, every emotion, every event begins as frequency in motion. Vibration is the invisible blueprint, shaping reality, guiding the body, nervous system, and subconscious to obey patterns long before conscious awareness emerges. Understanding vibration is not philosophical, it is practical. Every cell, organ, neural pathway, and energy field responds to the dominant frequencies we sustain. To remain unaware is to surrender to unconscious instruction. To master vibration is to take deliberate control of one's body, mind, and life circumstances. Ancient traditions understood the primacy of vibration. Mystics, yogis, and shamans describe the universe as a symphony of oscillations where life's form emerges from rhythm. Modern physics confirms this principle. Atoms vibrate, electrons oscillate, and matter is condensed energy. The apparent world is the reflection of invisible oscillations. Thoughts, emotions, and words are not just abstract phenomena. They carry specific frequencies that shape physiological states, energy flow, and even external circumstances. Reality mirrors the vibration we maintain consciously or unconsciously. Most people operate on scattered or reactive frequency, rarely realizing that habitual thoughts and emotions produce predictable patterns of tension, fatigue, or dissonance. Chronic stress, self-doubt, and fear create constriction in muscles, shallow breathing, and erratic neural activity. These internal patterns are vibrational instructions the body obeys automatically. Fatigue, anxiety, and physiological misalignment are not random. They are consequences of repeated, unconscious vibration. Yet awareness empowers transformation. If all form is determined by frequency, then consciously shaping vibration allows one to reshape body, mind, and life. Vibrational mastery is not mystical speculation, it is practical instruction. By consciously controlling the pulse of thought, the tone of words, and the clarity of imagery, we can entrain the nervous system and the subconscious to obey predictable, coherent patterns. Life becomes a reflection of deliberate alignment rather than a chaotic replay of past influences. Thought is the first unit of vibrational instruction. Every idea, internal dialogue, and belief carries a unique frequency that the body interprets as a command. Repetition ingrains patterns into neural pathways and physiology. Negative or scattered thought produces tension, hormonal imbalance, and incoherence in circulation and respiration. In contrast, deliberate, coherent, emotionally reinforced thought produces alignment, calm, and vitality. The subconscious obeys consistent, coherent frequency, the dominant signal imprinted through thought. Awareness is critical to mastering vibration. Begin by observing mental patterns, emotions, and bodily tension. Identify areas of constriction, shallow breathing, or scattered focus. Recognition alone interrupts unconscious patterns, creating a space where deliberate instruction can enter. Without awareness, the subconscious continues obeying default dissonant vibration, and systemic alignment remains elusive. Once aware, vibration can be directed. Start with deliberate, thought-clear, affirmative, present-tense statements such as, "I am calm and aligned," or "Energy flows effortlessly through every cell of my body." Repeat these thoughts while pairing them with emotion. Feeling calm, focused, and confident intensifies the vibrational instruction, embedding it deeply into physiology and the subconscious. Thought alone carries frequency, but emotion amplifies it, ensuring obedience at all levels. Visualization strengthens vibrational instruction. Picture energy circulating through the body, saturating each cell with light and vitality. Imagine muscles relaxing circulation, improving and neural pathways firing coherently. Vivid emotionally charged imagery provides a geometric template that the subconscious can follow literally. Ambiguous or weak visualization produces partial results. Detailed immersive imagery maximizes obedience. Repetition is essential. Daily practice reinforces coherent vibration. Short sessions during the day or extended sessions during the golden hour before sleep embed the pattern deeply into subconscious memory. Early effects are subtle, steadier pulse, relaxed muscles, deeper breathing, and increased mental clarity. Over weeks, these adjustments compound, producing systemic alignment and habitual coherence in energy, thought, and physiology. Ultimately, all form is the consequence of vibration. Every thought, word, and image is a pulse of frequency, instructing the body, mind, and subconscious. Mastering vibration is the first step towards systemic coherence, where internal alignment manifests as physiological stability, mental clarity, emotional calm, and even favorable external circumstances. Your body becomes obedient to coherent instruction, your mind sharp and aligned, and life reflects the harmony you cultivate internally. If vibration is the foundation of reality, thought is the primary unit of instruction that translates invisible frequency into form. Every thought carries a distinct vibrational signature, a subtle pulse that communicates with the nervous system, energy field, and subconscious mind. Thoughts are not neutral. They are direct commands to the body and physiology, shaping posture, circulation, neural patterns, and emotional states. The quality, coherence, and repetition of thought determine how effectively the subconscious obeys and consequently how life unfolds. To master reality, you must treat thought as a measurable, precise, vibrational tool rather than a fleeting idea. Even a single negative thought, when repeated, creates a pathway in the subconscious that instructs the body to obey. Thoughts like, "I am weak" or "I cannot do this," trigger microtensions in muscles, disrupt circulation, and produce elevated stress hormones. Over time, repeated negative patterns embed themselves into subconscious templates, creating habitual, physiological, and energetic states. These patterns manifest in fatigue, tension, scattered focus, and limitations in external reality. The body obeys the dominant vibrational template encoded in repeated thought, whether conscious or unconscious. Not all thoughts carry equal power. Fleeting or superficial thoughts dissipate quickly, leaving minimal imprint. However, sustained emotionally charged thoughts create deeply ingrained neural and physiological patterns. Fear, anxiety, and self-doubt are often repeated unconsciously and therefore generate strong vibrational signals that the body obeys automatically. Conversely, coherent thoughts expressing clarity, calm, or vitality train the nervous system and energy field to align with deliberate frequency. The subconscious responds most powerfully to patterns that are persistent, coherent, and emotionally resonant. Precision of thought is essential. Consider the difference between "I want calm" and "I am calm now." The first communicates desire but uncertainty, producing scattered frequency. The second is present-focused, emotionally anchored, and precise, delivering a clear command the subconscious can obey. Desire alone is insufficient. Coherent and emotionally reinforced thought is necessary to produce tangible, physiological, and energetic results. Scattered thought creates incoherent vibration, leaving the body reactive rather than aligned. Awareness is the gateway to control. Observe the habitual patterns of your mind, which thoughts dominate upon waking under stress or before sleep, which produce tension, shallow breathing, or rapid pulse. Recognition alone interrupts unconscious repetition, creating the opportunity for deliberate instruction to enter. Without perception, the subconscious continues, obeying dissonant vibration, and habitual limitation persists. Once observed, thought can be redirected intentionally. Begin by constructing clear affirmative statements aligned with desired outcomes. Examples include, "I am calm, centered, and focused. Energy circulates freely through every cell of my body. My mind is sharp, my muscles relaxed, my body aligned. Pair each thought with emotion. The body responds most strongly to felt experience. Gratitude, joy, calm, and confidence amplify vibrational instruction, ensuring that the subconscious encodes the new template. Thought alone carries frequency, but emotion multiplies its effect, producing measurable, physiological, and energetic change. Visualization enhances the power of thought. Picture energy flowing fluidly through the body, saturating each organ and muscle with vitality. Imagine neural pathways firing coherently, circulation, smooth and unrestricted, and tension dissolving entirely. Detailed mental imagery transforms abstract thought into geometric templates. The subconscious obeys literally. Weak or vague imagery yields incomplete results. Vivid, immersive visualization consolidates alignment across mind, body, and energy field. Repetition and timing solidify mastery. Daily practice embeds coherent thought patterns into neural and physiological pathways. Sessions during the golden hour just before sleep are particularly effective as the subconscious is most receptive. Morning sessions anchor alignment for the day. Even brief, repeated moments of focused thought reinforce patterns, gradually converting alignment into habitual coherence. Early signs include steadier pulse, deeper breath, and relaxed muscles, which compound into systemic alignment over weeks. Conflict within thought produces incoherence. Contradictory beliefs, such as affirming strength while feeling fear, internally dilute vibrational instruction. The subconscious obeys the dominant, consistent pattern, not scattered intentions. Alignment across thought, emotion, and visualization is essential to ensure obedience and systemic coherence. Over time, consistent, deliberate, emotionally charged thought reshapes. Physiology stabilizes, the nervous system enhances energy flow, and aligns external circumstances with internal coherence. Ultimately, mastering thought as a vibrational unit transforms your relationship to reality. Thought becomes a precise tool of instruction, guiding the subconscious, training the nervous system, and shaping energy and body simultaneously. By consistently generating coherent, emotionally charged, and present-focused thought, you move from reactive living to deliberate creation. The mind, body, and environment obey the frequency you sustain, consciously making thought the first and most powerful instrument of transformation. If vibration is the foundation and thought is the seed, then words are the instruments that translate internal frequency into tangible form. Words are not merely sounds, labels, or tools for communication. They are commands the body, nervous system, and subconscious obey automatically. Aligned with coherent thought, vivid imagery, and emotion, words amplify vibration, giving it precision and direction. Misaligned or negative words, however, reinforce tension, stagnation, and dissonance. Mastering language allows deliberate shaping of physiology, mental states, and the energy field, producing systemic coherence and aligned living. Every word carries vibrational weight. Saying "I feel tired" does more than express a condition. It communicates instruction to the body. Muscles contract, circulation slows, energy diminishes, and posture collapses. Conversely, stating "I am vibrant, energized, and aligned" sends a precise command. Muscles relax, pulse stabilizes, and circulation flows smoothly. Words, when deliberately chosen, act as instruments of creation, capable of shaping internal physiology and subconscious instruction predictably. Alignment between thought and word is essential. Thought generates frequency, but without precise language to transmit it, the vibration may remain weak or ambiguous. Misalignment, affirming strength while internally fearing weakness, creates interference, producing incoherent patterns in the nervous system and energy field. Only when thought, word, and emotion converge does language become an effective instrument of deliberate instruction. Words bridge abstract vibration with tangible action, translating intention into embodiment. Visualization strengthens the effect of words. Pair each affirmation with a mental image of the intended state. Picture energy circulating through every cell, muscles, relaxing neural pathways, firing coherently, and circulation flowing freely. see the body glowing with vitality and alignment. The subconscious interprets detailed images, literally translating them into physiological adjustments automatically. Weak, vague, or emotionally neutral imagery diminishes results, while immersive, emotionally charged visualization consolidates instruction, reinforcing coherence across body, mind, and energy. Emotion amplifies language. Words spoken without feeling are weak and ineffective. Words infused with emotion, joy, gratitude, calm, or certainty become irresistible commands for the subconscious. Feeling the instruction as real, while speaking it signals safety and coherence to the nervous system. Muscles relax, pulse steadies, breath deepens, and circulation flows. Emotion ensures that the template is encoded, deeply enabling automatic obedience across physiology, nervous system, and subconscious memory. The golden hour just before sleep is the ideal time to practice. The conscious mind softens and the subconscious is highly receptive. Words spoken or repeated during this period embed deeply into neural and physiological patterns, consolidating coherent instruction. Morning practice anchors alignment for the day, while brief micro-sessions throughout waking hours reinforce templates and prevent regression into old dissonant habits. Consistency is essential for long-term embodiment. Practical application begins with identifying words or phrases that unconsciously reinforce limitation, tension, or fatigue. Replace them deliberately with precise, affirmative, present-tense phrases aligned with your intended frequency. Examples include: energy flows freely through every cell of my body. My posture is aligned, muscles relaxed, and pulse steady. My mind is calm, focused, and coherent. Pair these words with visualization and rhythmic breathing. Inhale while imagining energy filling the body. Exhale while speaking or silently repeating the affirmation. Each repetition strengthens the instruction, guiding the subconscious and physiology toward obedience. Daily practice, even for 5 to 10 minutes, produces compounding effects. Subtle changes in posture, pulse, muscle, tension, and circulation accumulate into systemic alignment over time. Case examples illustrate the power of words. Emma, who habitually said "I look exhausted," replaced this phrase with "I am radiant, energized, and aligned," pairing it with visualization and rhythmic breath. Within weeks, tension decreased, circulation improved, and her nervous system began to obey the new vibrational template automatically. Michael, experiencing chronic stress, synchronized affirmations with visualization and breath. Over time, his pulse stabilized, muscles relaxed, and energy flow became coherent, demonstrating the predictable effect of deliberate language. Ultimately, words are not just expressions, they are instruments of creation. Each syllable, phrase, and whispered affirmation functions as a command. The subconscious, nervous system, and body obey faithfully. Words aligned with thought, emotion, and visualization convert abstract vibration into precise instruction, embedding systemic coherence into physiology and energy. Mastery of language transforms internal frequency into deliberate, embodied action, allowing you to shape your body, mind, and life with precision and authority. Before words and affirmations, there is image, the primordial blueprint that instructs the subconscious body and nervous system. Every thought carries frequency, but it is mental imagery that provides the precise template for the body to obey. The subconscious cannot distinguish between imagined and real physical experience. It interprets images literally and responds with physiological and energetic adjustments. Vivid, emotionally charged visualizations function as geometric instructions, shaping circulation, muscular tone, nervous system activity, and even external circumstances. To master energy and embodiment, one must learn to hold and project images with precision, coherence, and emotional resonance. The mind does not interpret images metaphorically, it obeys them. Visualizing tension, weakness, or limitation instructs the nervous system, energy field, and muscles to reproduce these patterns. Conversely, coherent images of vitality, alignment, and strength direct the body towards systemic obedience. Mental imagery is not passive, it is active instruction. Each visualized pulse movement or flow becomes a template for physiology and energy to follow, producing predictable alignment or dissonance depending on the quality of the image. Images are geometric because every structure, motion, and rhythm in the body carries frequency and form. Visualize a river flowing smoothly. It has direction, rhythm, and coherence. Picture the spine perfectly aligned and vertebrae stacking effortlessly. The nervous system, muscles, and energy field respond accordingly. Ambiguous or scattered images produce partial obedience, generating inconsistent results. Precise, detailed, and emotionally resonant imagery acts as a vibrational blueprint directing the body, energy, and subconscious with exactitude. Emotion amplifies imagery. A visualized pattern without emotional engagement is inert. Feeling the energy circulating through muscles, sensing tension, dissolving, or imagining vitality, expanding converts mental images into embodied instruction. The subconscious responds powerfully to emotion, embedding visual templates deeply into neural pathways, muscular tone, and circulatory coherence. Calm, joy, gratitude, and alignment enhance obedience, while fear, doubt, or resentment distort instruction and create resistance. Visualization is most effective when synchronized with thought and word. Pair each image with a precise affirmation, such as, "Energy flows freely through every organ and tissue. Muscles relax, posture aligns, and circulation is smooth. My nervous system and mind are coherent, calm, and responsive." Words serve as the carrier of frequency, while images provide structural clarity. Together they generate a coherent field of instruction, instructing the nervous system, muscles, and energy field to obey with fidelity. Emotional engagement transforms these abstract templates into actionable, embodied vibration, ensuring physiological and energetic compliance. Repetition is essential to consolidate the instruction of imagery. Daily practice embeds visual templates into neural and physiological systems. Short morning sessions prime alignment for the day, while evening sessions, especially during the golden hour, consolidate instruction into subconscious memory. Micro sessions throughout the day, brief visualization, while pausing or during movement, reinforce systemic coherence and prevent regression into dissonant patterns. Early effects appear as subtle improvements in posture, circulation, breath, and pulse, which compound into systemic transformation over weeks. Internal and external reality respond to sustained, coherent imagery. The frequency encoded in detailed visualization radiates outward, influencing interactions, opportunities, and circumstances. Coherent templates attract alignment, harmony, and synchrony. Scattered or negative imagery produces friction and stagnation. Mind, body, and environment are mirrors of sustained internal frequency. By maintaining precise, emotionally charged images, you set a magnetic template that draws external circumstances into resonance with your internal coherence. Precision matters. Vague images like, "I want to feel better," produce inconsistent or incomplete instruction. Instead, visualize energy moving fluidly through organs, muscles relaxing, neural pathways firing coherently, and circulation smooth and unrestricted. Each detail adds clarity to the template the subconscious interprets literally. Vivid, immersive imagery converts abstract thought into practical, physiological, and energetic instruction, ensuring alignment becomes habitual rather than intermittent. Toxic or limiting images must be deliberately replaced. Habitual visualizations of tension, fatigue, or scarcity reinforce dissonance, instructing the body and mind to obey incoherent patterns. By consciously visualizing coherence, vitality, and alignment, old templates are overwritten. Repetition retrains the nervous system, stabilizes circulation, and harmonizes energy flow. Over time, the body, mind, and environment mirror the new coherent template, replacing stagnation with vitality and systemic alignment. Ultimately, images are the geometry of resonance, a precise blueprint that instructs the subconscious and body. Thought generates frequency, words transmit vibration, and images provide structural clarity. Mastery of vivid, emotionally charged visualization ensures obedience at every physiological, nervous, and energetic level. By maintaining coherent, deliberate imagery, you create systemic alignment, stabilize energy, and shape both internal experience and external circumstances, predictably and reliably. Every day, the mind generates countless images, many of which are toxic templates that reinforce limitation, tension, and stagnation. Negative imagery visualizing fatigue, weakness, failure, or scarcity sends precise vibrational instructions to the body, nervous system, and subconscious. These repeated patterns constrict muscles, reduce circulation, disrupt energy flow, and create physiological stress. Toxic imagery manifests not only as mental discomfort, but also as tangible bodily dysfunction, shallow breathing, rapid pulse, muscular tension, and systemic fatigue. To reclaim coherence and vitality, one must identify, cancel, and replace toxic images with precise, affirmative, and emotionally charged visualizations that the subconscious obeys faithfully. Toxic imagery is often subtle and habitual. Statements like, "I am too tired," "I can't handle this," or "I am weak," may feel innocuous, but are vibrational commands that the subconscious takes literally. Repetition ingrains these images into neural pathways, conditioning the body to obey dissonant templates automatically. Circulation constricts energy flow, stagnates muscles, tightens, and posture collapses. Over time, habitual negative images shape chronic tension, fatigue, and misalignment, influencing not only internal states, but also external circumstances. The first step to transformation is awareness. Observe the mental images that arise during the day, in the morning, under stress, or before sleep. Notice where tension appears in the body, where breath is shallow, or where focus falters. Recognition interrupts unconscious repetition and creates the space necessary for deliberate, coherent instruction. Without observation, the subconscious continues to reinforce toxic templates, and the body remains entrained to dissonant vibration. Once awareness is established, toxic imagery must be canceled consciously. Mentally declare cancel, replace. This disrupts habitual loops in the nervous system and subconscious signaling that previous instructions no longer hold authority. Consistency is key as old patterns attempt to resurface. Each cancellation weakens the negative template, allowing a coherent, aligned instruction to take root. Replacement templates must be precise, emotionally charged, and present-focused. Affirmations serve as vibrational commands to the body and subconscious, instructing alignment and coherence. Energy flows effortlessly through every cell of my body. Tension releases muscles, relax, and circulation flows freely. My nervous system is coherent, my mind is clear, and my energy aligns with intention. Each phrase functions as instruction for the body to obey. Paired with vivid visualization and emotional engagement, these statements embed deeply into the nervous system physiology and subconscious patterns. Coherence ensures that the nervous system muscles and circulation respond predictably. Weak, vague, or emotionally detached statements produce minimal effect. Precise, immersive templates generate strong obedience. Visualization amplifies the instruction. Imagine energy circulating through every muscle organ and neural pathway. Picture circulation flowing effortlessly, muscles relaxing, and tension dissolving. Imagine light saturating cells and organs functioning at peak efficiency. The subconscious interprets vivid mental imagery, literally translating it into physiological and energetic adjustments automatically. Detailed visualization ensures obedience and maximizes the efficacy of replacement templates. Emotion is the multiplier. Felt experience the physical sensation of energy flowing, pulse stabilizing, or tension releasing enhances the vibrational impact of words and images. Gratitude, calm, and joy signal to the nervous system that the pattern is desirable and safe. Emotion ensures the subconscious and body obey, embedding the new template deeply and making coherence habitual rather than temporary. Without emotional resonance, replacement imagery remains weak and inconsistent. With it, alignment becomes automatic. Timing reinforces transformation. The golden hour moments just before sleep is ideal for embedding templates into the subconscious, as conscious resistance diminishes and receptivity is high. Morning sessions anchor energy and alignment for the day, while micro practices during waking hours reinforce coherence in real time. Daily repetition consolidates instruction, ensuring systemic obedience and embedding alignment as the default state. Practical application begins by focusing on one area: energy posture, calmness, or circulation. Observe habitual toxic imagery, cancel it, and replace it with precise, emotionally engaged templates. Synchronize visualization with affirmations and rhythmic breathing to reinforce coherence. Even brief daily practice produces cumulative effects: subtle physiological improvements, steadier pulse, relaxed muscles, deeper breath, compound into systemic alignment over weeks. Case examples illustrate the process. Emma, who habitually visualized fatigue and tension, replaced these images with coherent, energized templates. Within weeks, her circulation improved, energy stabilized, and posture reflected alignment automatically. Michael, who struggled with anxiety, synchronized affirmations, vivid visualization, and rhythmic breathing. Over time, his pulse steadied, nervous system coherence increased, and internal tension dissolved. Both cases show that deliberate replacement of toxic imagery produces predictable, measurable transformation. Ultimately, replacing toxic imagery is not merely mental exercise, it is deliberate creation. Awareness, cancellation, precise templates, visualization, emotion, and repetition work together to overwrite dissonant patterns, align physiology, and stabilize energy. Toxic templates dissolve, coherence becomes default, and the body, mind, and energy field obey deliberate, aligned instruction. Conscious, coherent imagery transforms stagnant or negative internal vibration into a living blueprint for health, vitality, and systemic alignment. Vibration alone is not enough to produce consistent transformation. To instruct the body, mind, and subconscious effectively, thought, word, and image must converge into coherent alignment. Misalignment produces scattered energy, partial results, and physiological tension. You may think positively, speak affirmations, and visualize outcomes, yet, if these elements operate independently, their impact is diluted. The subconscious obeys only clear, coherent instruction, and the body responds reliably only to unified vibration. Alignment is the foundation of deliberate creation. Thought is the seed, the initial pulse of intention. Words are the instruments translating abstract frequency into explicit instruction. Images are the blueprint, providing detailed templates that the subconscious interprets literally. Individually, each element carries potential. Together, they create a triad of resonance that amplifies vibrational impact exponentially. When thought, word, and image converge coherently, the nervous system entrains naturally. Muscles relax, circulation flows smoothly, and the energy field stabilizes. The first step is to clarify thought. Observe the dominant currents of your mind. Are they scattered, fearful, or contradictory? Misaligned thoughts produce incoherent frequency that the body and subconscious cannot follow reliably. To align thought, focus on precision, present tense, and emotional resonance. Replace vague desires with definitive statements such as, "I am calm, aligned, and energized now," rather than "I want to be calm." Emotional engagement, feeling calm, confident, and centered, reinforces the template, signaling the nervous system to obey. Next, attach precise language to thought. Words are the tangible transmission of internal vibration, converting abstract pulse into actionable instruction. Short, affirmative, present tense phrases provide clarity and coherence. Energy flows freely through every cell. Muscles relax, posture aligns, circulation flows smoothly. My mind is calm, focused, and coherent. Words that align with thought reinforce frequency. Contradictory language weakens coherence. Misaligned speech, saying "I am strong" while internally fearing weakness, creates interference. Words function as a bridge between intention and embodiment, transmitting clear vibrational instructions to the nervous system and subconscious. Visualization completes the triad. Every thought and word should be paired with a vivid, detailed mental image of the desired state. Imagine energy flowing seamlessly through organs, muscles relaxing neural pathways, firing coherently, and circulation moving freely. The subconscious interprets these images, literally producing physiological, neural, and energetic adjustments automatically. Weak or abstract visualization reduces effectiveness. Precise, immersive, and emotionally charged imagery ensures systemic obedience. Emotion acts as the multiplier. Thought, word, and visualization without felt experience remain weak. Joy, calm, gratitude, and certainty amplify instruction, signaling the nervous system that coherent vibration is safe, desirable, and achievable. Feeling the affirmation, experiencing the imagery as real and engaging, emotionally transforms abstract templates into physical and energetic reality, embedding alignment deeply into physiology and subconscious memory. Timing enhances the effect. The golden hour just before sleep is optimal because the conscious mind softens and the subconscious is highly receptive. Evening practice consolidates templates into memory and physiology, while morning sessions anchor energy and alignment for the day. Micro practices throughout the day reinforce coherence in real time, preventing regression into chaotic or dissonant patterns. Repetition over days and weeks ensures that alignment becomes habitual rather than intermittent. Conflict is the primary obstacle to alignment. Contradictory thought, word, or image reduces coherence, producing tension, scattered energy, and incomplete physiological obedience. For example, thinking I am abundant while visualizing scarcity weakens the frequency. The subconscious obeys the dominant and consistent vibration. Only when thought, word, and image align with emotional resonance does obedience become predictable, stable, and systemic. Practical application begins with a single focus area, such as energy posture, calmness, or circulation. Observe current patterns of thought, word, and image. Cancel dissonant templates and replace them with coherent, precise instruction. Synchronize all three with emotion and rhythmic breath. Even brief sessions of 5 to 10 minutes create cumulative effects. Subtle physiological improvements, steadier pulse, relaxed muscles, deeper breath compound over weeks into systemic alignment. Case studies highlight the effectiveness of alignment. Emma, who struggled with fatigue and scattered attention, synchronized affirmations, visualization, and emotionally charged thought daily. Within weeks, her energy stabilized, nervous system coherence improved, and her body obeyed systemic templates automatically. Michael, who experienced tension and mental chaos, applied the same triad. Over time, pulse, stabilized muscles, relaxed, and energy field coherence became default. Both demonstrate that alignment of thought, word, and image creates predictable, physiological, and energetic transformation. Ultimately, mastery of the triad transforms the subconscious into a faithful executor of deliberate instruction. Coherent vibration ensures that the nervous system, circulation muscles, and energy field obey systematically. Misalignment produces incoherence. Sustained alignment produces predictable results. By combining precise thought, affirmative language, vivid visualization, and emotional engagement, you convert abstract intention into actionable, embodied frequency. The body, mind, and environment obey reliably, and internal alignment becomes the foundation for deliberate creation in every aspect of life. There is a sacred time, a moment of transition, when the veils between consciousness and the subconscious become thin. This is the golden hour. It is the time just before sleep when the conscious mind begins to surrender its dominance and the subconscious becomes fully receptive. In these moments, the body, mind, and energy field are most open to transformation and reprogramming. The golden hour is not just a time of day, it is a gateway, a moment of opportunity when deep, intentional alignment can occur. To tap into its power is to harness the deepest currents of transformation. During the golden hour, the conscious mind quiets its vigilance, fading into restful awareness. The rush of thoughts, the noise of the day, and the distractions of the world dissipate. The subconscious, however, is always active, soaking up vibrations like a sponge. This period before sleep becomes a fertile ground where thoughts, words, and imagery have immeasurable power. When used consciously, this time can alter the course of your physiology, energy, and life. It is during this window that profound shifts occur without effort, as the subconscious readily accepts new beliefs, affirmations, and imagery, embedding them into your energy system and mental framework. Mental coherence is the key to utilizing this time effectively. It is not simply the act of going to bed or closing your eyes that invites transformation. The intention with which you enter the golden hour matters deeply. Entering sleep with a clear, emotionally engaged vision sets the tone for the hours ahead. This is when mental images should be deliberately chosen affirmations, spoken with heartfelt emotion, and intentions set firmly to guide the subconscious into alignment. When thought, word, and image are synchronized, the nervous system responds with precision. Relaxation ensues, energy flows, and the body recalibrates itself according to your desired outcomes. Visualization becomes your most potent tool in these moments. Picture the changes you wish to see within your body, mind, and life, as if they are already happening. See your muscles relaxing, your circulation improving, and your mind becoming calm and coherent. Visualize light radiating through your body, clearing blockages and energizing your cells. Energy flows in harmony, tension dissolves, and coherence emerges. Each image should be rich with detail, precise, and full of emotional resonance. The subconscious does not respond to vague images. It requires vivid, clear, and engaging pictures to follow. Coherence in imagery leads to coherence in the body, mind, and energy field. Emotion is the amplifier. The subconscious is extremely sensitive to emotional frequency. Therefore, infusing your visualizations with positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, and love amplifies the vibrational instruction. Feel your affirmation as true. For example, instead of merely saying, "I am calm," feel the deep calm, the peace, the stillness flowing through every part of you. Emotionally charge your imagery, as this will ingrain the new patterns deeply into your subconscious. Repetition within this hour is essential. Just as a single thread woven through fabric becomes part of its structure, repeated imagery, affirmations, and visualizations during the golden hour form the foundation upon which new habits, thoughts, and feelings can be built. Your subconscious mind does not require long hours of concentration. A few minutes of focused, emotionally charged repetition before sleep embeds these patterns deeply. It is the consistency of these nightly rituals that leads to lasting change. Over time, the new templates of coherence will become automatic, integrated into your body, mind, and energy, producing profound shifts in your external life. The golden hour is not only an ideal time to reprogram the subconscious, it is also a time of deep healing. As you sleep, your body enters a state of rejuvenation, naturally healing itself on a cellular level. During this time, when your mind is clear, your subconscious is aligned with your intentions, healing accelerates. Alignment brings harmony, allowing your body to heal faster and more effectively, both physically and energetically. Visualizations and affirmations focused on health, vitality, and energy during the golden hour deeply enhance this natural process. Beyond the physiological, the golden hour also connects you with the divine intelligence within. When you quiet your mind and tune into your inner world, you access a source of wisdom, guidance, and clarity that is always available to you. The kingdom of God within you becomes clear and accessible. It is within this sacred time that you can listen deeply to your intuition, receive inspiration, and gain new insights. The mind's chatter fades, and your deeper, wiser self can speak clearly. It is a space of both physical and spiritual nourishment. The golden hour is not only the most potent time for personal reprogramming and healing, it is also a time for manifestation. In these moments of deep connection with your inner being, the energy and vibrational frequency you hold shape your external reality. Through focused thought, word, and image, you create the circumstances and experiences that align with your desired outcomes. The golden hour is a time for focused manifestation, where your vibrational frequency dictates what you attract in life. When aligned with divine truth and coherence, the manifestation process becomes effortless as your energy aligns with the universe's flow. As the night deepens, the subconscious works tirelessly. The new templates you've consciously introduced are processed, reworked, and integrated into your being. It is during this time that the transformations you desire take root shift and gradually manifest into your waking life. Your world, as if by magic, aligns itself to match your new internal state. The golden hour holds transformative power, not because it is inherently magical, but because of the conscious, deliberate choice to align with higher frequencies during this sacred time. It is the gateway to deliberate creation, where the mind, body, and energy field become aligned with divine law, ensuring that your internal vibration becomes the dominant frequency guiding your life. Thought is the most powerful force we wield. It shapes our reality, influences our emotions, and dictates the state of our body. Thought is vibration, a frequency that reverberates throughout the subconscious nervous system and energy field. And like all vibrational forces, it operates according to spiritual laws. Laws that govern how our internal world interacts with the external. Understanding and aligning with these spiritual laws transforms thought from a passive reactive process into a deliberate, powerful tool for creation. One of the first spiritual laws of thought is the law of attraction. This principle holds that like attracts like that, the frequency of your thoughts will attract circumstances and people and experiences that match that frequency. If your thoughts are consistently aligned with peace, abundance, and joy, you will naturally attract situations and opportunities that reflect these qualities. Conversely, if your thoughts dwell on fear, lack, and negativity, you will pull in experiences that reflect those vibrations. The law of attraction shows us that we are the architects of our own reality with our thoughts as the blueprint. However, attraction alone does not explain how thoughts manifest into form. The law of correspondence provides further insight, stating that as above, so below, as within, so without. This law tells us that the patterns we hold within our thoughts directly correspond to the patterns that manifest in our physical reality. A chaotic, scattered mind will produce an outer reality that mirrors this dissonance, confusion, instability, and stress. A focused, coherent mind, however, will produce a reality of peace, clarity, and alignment. The external world is a reflection of our internal world, and thought, the foundation of our internal world, shapes everything we experience. To harness the power of thought, we must also understand the law of vibration. All things in the universe, from physical objects to thoughts, are in constant motion and vibrate at specific frequencies. The law of vibration tells us that our thoughts emit specific vibrational frequencies which influence our bodies, our emotions, and the energy fields surrounding us. Positive thoughts resonate at a high frequency, promoting harmony and health. Negative thoughts, however, emit lower vibrations that create dissonance in the body and mind, leading to stress, illness, and imbalance. When we align our thoughts with high-frequency positive intentions, we raise our own vibration, and in turn, our external reality begins to reflect that elevated state. The law of mentalism teaches us that the universe is mind and that all things in existence are born from thought. This law states that the all is mind, meaning that everything in the universe, from the smallest particle to the greatest galaxy, originates from a single thought or mental blueprint. Our reality is the projection of our collective thoughts, and our individual thoughts have the power to influence the larger tapestry of existence. Thought, therefore, is not just a personal experience. It is a creative force that shapes not only our personal reality, but also the collective consciousness of humanity. Through conscious thought, we can align ourselves with higher vibrations impacting both our individual lives and the world around us. To consciously use these spiritual laws of thought, we must first become aware of the quality of our thinking. The first step in mastery is awareness, noticing when we are thinking negatively or in a scattered, disjointed way. Thought patterns that are not aligned with peace, abundance, or joy must be identified and replaced. Self-awareness is the key. It is the moment we catch a thought of lack, limitation, or fear that we have the opportunity to consciously redirect it. Instead of allowing that thought to linger and create further dissonance, we can replace it with an affirmation of alignment. I am abundant, I am capable, or I am worthy. Once we've identified a negative thought, the law of substitution allows us to replace it with a higher, more empowering thought. For example, if the thought arises, I am not good enough, we can immediately substitute it with, I am worthy and powerful. Over time, this substitution becomes easier, and the more we practice, the more natural it becomes to choose thoughts that are aligned with our highest vision. Through consistency and practice, we replace toxic thought patterns with thoughts of peace, joy, and empowerment. Visualization also plays a key role in the spiritual laws of thought. As we think positively, we must visualize our desired outcome using imagery that aligns with our goal. Visualization amplifies thought, creating clear blueprints in the subconscious mind that the body and energy field will follow. When we visualize something vividly and emotionally, we are instructing the subconscious to bring that image into physical reality. This is where thought and imagination intersect, creating the conditions for manifestation. Through focused visualization, the law of attraction becomes more powerful, attracting experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with our mental imagery. It's important to note that the law of action must also be invoked in conjunction with thought. While thought and visualization are essential, action is the catalyst that brings these dreams into reality. The law of action tells us that it is not enough to simply think and visualize our desires. We must also act on the opportunities and inspiration that arise. By taking aligned action, we demonstrate faith in our thoughts, and the universe responds by unfolding circumstances that match our vibrational frequency. Ultimately, the spiritual laws of thought teach us that we are the creators of our own reality. Thought is not a passive experience. It is a powerful, creative force that shapes our body, mind, and life circumstances. By aligning thought, word, and image with positive high-frequency intentions, we align ourselves with the universal laws that govern creation. We become conscious creators of our life, transforming not only ourselves but the world around us. Through consistent practice of the spiritual laws of thought, we raise our vibration and manifest our desires and step into our highest potential. Mastery of the golden hour spiritual laws and deliberate thought is not a one-time event. It is a progression, a gradual transformation that unfolds over time. The subtle shifts in thought, word, and image accumulate, creating deep, lasting change. These transformations are not always immediately visible. However, with consistent practice, profound changes begin to manifest in the body, mind, and environment. Understanding case progressions, how transformation unfolds, and the signs to look for helps you stay aligned with your journey. Recognizing the small yet powerful shifts that lead to larger, more visible results. In the early stages of working with thought and visualization, subtle shifts occur that may not seem significant at first, but these are the foundational changes that set the stage for greater alignment. Emma, for example, began her practice of visualizing vitality and calm before sleep. In the first week, she felt a slight decrease in muscle tension, but her mind often wandered back to stress. She continued her practice, repeating her affirmations and focusing on her visualizations before sleep. Within 2 weeks, she noticed a more consistent state of relaxation before bed, with muscle tension beginning to dissolve more quickly. This was her first evidence that her subconscious was beginning to respond to the vibrational instruction. The second stage of progress often brings emotional and mental clarity. As the subconscious begins to absorb coherent imagery and language, emotional patterns that once caused instability or reactivity begin to settle. Michael, who had struggled with anxiety and racing thoughts, began a practice of breathing deeply while visualizing peaceful energy circulating through his body. At first, his mind would flood with anxiety-driven thoughts during the session, but as he continued, these thoughts began to soften. After about 3 weeks, he experienced periods of calm during the day, when his usual anxious thoughts no longer had the same intensity. His pulse rate began to stabilize, and he felt a new sense of clarity and calmness, particularly during moments of stress. Michael had reached a critical turning point, where emotional reactivity no longer controlled his experience as it once did. Around the third month of consistent practice, the physical shifts start to become more noticeable. At this stage, the mind and body have internalized the practices of thought alignment, visualization, and breath. Sarah, who had been experiencing fatigue and poor circulation, began her evening practice with a focused visualization of energy moving through her body. At first, there were small improvements. Her pulse would steady more quickly, and she felt slightly more energized in the mornings. But after 3 months of consistent practice, she noticed a major shift. Her energy levels stabilized throughout the day, and her muscles were no longer sore upon waking. Even her circulation improved. Her hands and feet, previously cold throughout the day, began to feel warmer and more energized. The nervous system had recalibrated, and the changes were now physically visible in her body's response to energy flow and circulation. Around the 4 to 6 month mark, the external environment starts to reflect internal changes. As you consistently align your thoughts, words, and visualizations, you begin to notice that your environment responds. Relationships become more harmonious, opportunities arise with ease, and life flows in a way that reflects your internal alignment. David, who had struggled with work stress and career stagnation, began practicing daily affirmations aligned with his desire for success and inner peace. After several months of consistent practice, his external circumstances began to change. He received an unexpected career opportunity, and his work relationships improved. At first, he thought the changes were coincidental, but over time it became clear that the calm, confident vibration he was cultivating was being mirrored in the opportunities and connections he encountered. David had learned that as his internal coherence increased, the external world began to reflect that alignment. His external reality had caught up with the transformation he had already begun internally. Long-term practitioners may notice a shift in their fundamental sense of self. As internal coherence deepens, your self-perception becomes one of calm alignment and empowered creation. Jennifer, who had spent much of her life struggling with self-doubt, practiced visualization and affirmation techniques daily. After a year of consistent practice, she began to experience a profound shift in her self-perception. Her thoughts about her abilities, her worth, and her potential changed. She no longer doubted her ability to succeed or to find peace in challenging situations. This change was subtle at first, but over time, Jennifer noticed that her self-talk became more aligned with empowerment, and her interactions with others became more grounded in self-confidence. She had shifted from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. The journey of aligning thought, word, and image had created a new foundation upon which she could build her life. These case progressions illustrate the power of consistent, aligned practice. Each stage of transformation builds upon the last, gradually leading to deeper alignment, greater clarity, and more profound physical, emotional, and environmental changes. The early stages may be subtle, but with each cycle of practice, new layers of coherence emerge. As you begin with small, deliberate shifts in thought, word, and image, you will notice gradual improvements that compound over time. By the time you reach a year of consistent practice, you will find that you have not only reshaped your body, mind, and energy, but you have also reshaped your entire reality. Opportunities, relationships, health, and vitality, all of these things begin to reflect the new vibration you have cultivated. The law of vibration is a law of obedience, and by aligning with coherent energy, your entire world begins to fall into harmony. At the core of every form, every movement, and every vibration lies rhythm. Rhythm is not just the pulse of music or the beat of a drum. It is the very foundation of life itself. The heart beats with rhythm. Breath flows in rhythmic waves. Neurons fire in synchronized oscillations. Rhythm organizes the flow of energy throughout the body and the universe, and when we consciously align with it, we unlock the potential for deep transformation. Rhythm is instruction. It guides the nervous system, the muscles, the organs, and even the mind, creating harmony or dissonance based on how we synchronize with its flow. From the smallest cellular movement to the grandest cosmic dance, rhythm is the unseen force shaping existence. The body, mind, and energy field are not separate. They are woven together by the rhythmic patterns of energy. When our internal rhythms align with the greater rhythms of the universe, we experience coherence, flow, and balance. Conversely, when our rhythms are out of sync, when our breath is shallow, pulse erratic, or mind-scattered dissonance arises, and we feel the consequences in the form of tension, stress, and misalignment. Rhythm is not just external, it is internal as well. The body's natural rhythms, breathing, heartbeat, and the cycles of digestion are intricately connected to the rhythms of the mind and spirit. The brain itself produces rhythms through electrical impulses, while the nervous system operates in a series of pulses that direct the flow of energy. These rhythms, when in harmony, create a state of coherence. When we align ourselves with the natural rhythms of our body and mind, we find clarity, peace, and vitality. But when these rhythms become fragmented or disconnected, chaos ensues, leading to stress, fatigue, and a sense of being out of control. The first step in aligning with rhythm is awareness. Take a moment to observe the rhythms of your body. How is your breath? Is it shallow, quick, or deep and steady? How is your pulse? Do you feel tightness or ease in your muscles? Are your thoughts racing or calm? Awareness is the key to understanding where dissonance lies. When we are disconnected from the rhythms of our body and mind, we are essentially out of sync with ourselves. Becoming aware of where we are off balance allows us to consciously bring ourselves back into harmony. The second step is alignment, bringing ourselves into sync with our natural rhythms. One of the most powerful tools for doing this is breath. Breath is the most immediate and accessible rhythm we can control. It is the bridge between mind and body, the link between conscious thought and unconscious physiological processes. By consciously controlling our breath, we can harmonize the rhythms of our body and mind. Deep, rhythmic breathing signals to the nervous system that we are safe, calm, and in control. It brings the body back into alignment, restoring coherence and flow to the energy field. When we breathe deeply, we engage the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's relaxation response. This creates a calming effect on the body, slowing the pulse and relaxing the muscles. As we focus on the breath, we also begin to synchronize our thoughts with the rhythm of the body. Inhaling deeply, we absorb the energy and vitality of the universe, and exhaling slowly, we release tension, stress, and stagnant energy. With each cycle of breath, we return to a state of coherence, allowing the mind and body to operate in harmony. Visualization enhances the effect of breath. Picture energy moving through your body, with each inhale flowing through the muscles, the organs, the nervous system. Imagine the breath as a river of light, carrying vitality and clarity into every cell. With each exhale, visualize tension and dissonance, leaving your body dissolving into the air. See the energy of the breath restoring alignment, smoothing out the rhythm of your body and mind. Rhythm is instruction, and with each breath, you are sending clear instructions to your nervous system, guiding it back into harmony and balance. When we align with the natural rhythms of our body, we also align with the greater rhythms of the universe. The universe itself is a symphony of rhythm, from the pulsing of the planets to the ebb and flow of the tides to the patterns of the stars and galaxies. These cosmic rhythms are mirrored within us, in the heartbeat, the breath, the pulse of energy. By syncing with these universal rhythms, we come into resonance with the flow of life, experiencing greater ease, synchronicity, and vitality. The law of rhythm tells us that all things move in cycles and patterns. When we learn to move with these rhythms rather than against them, we create effortless flow in our lives. The third step is repetition. Rhythm is sustained through repetition. To reprogram the body, mind, and energy field, we must practice aligning with the natural rhythms consistently. This involves consciously breathing, visualizing, and becoming aware of the rhythms of our body and mind throughout the day. Just as a musician practices their instrument regularly to develop mastery, we must practice synchronizing with our inner rhythms until they become second nature. At first, the process may feel like effort. You may notice tension or resistance in your body, or your thoughts may wander. But with time and repetition, the rhythms of your body and mind will begin to respond to the instructions you give them. As you continue to breathe deeply, visualize energy flowing freely, and align your body and mind with these rhythms, you will find that the natural flow of energy becomes automatic. Muscles relax, pulse steadies, and the mind becomes clear and focused. Ultimately, rhythm is the key to coherence. It is the unseen force that organizes the chaos of life into structure and flow. By consciously aligning with the rhythms of your body, breath, and mind, you restore harmony to every level of your being. This alignment allows you to experience life with more clarity, energy, and ease, guiding you toward greater self-mastery and transformation. Language is one of the most potent tools we possess. It is the bridge between our inner world and the outer reality we experience. Yet language is not merely a system of communication. It is a force that directly influences our body, mind, and energy field. The words we speak, the language we use internally and externally, shape our vibrational frequency, which in turn impacts our physical state, emotional well-being, and the way the universe responds to us. When we speak with intention, clarity, and alignment, we can influence our physiology and energy, guiding our nervous system toward calm coherence and vitality. One of the most profound effects of language is its ability to influence our heart rate and pulse. The pulse is not just a measurement of blood flow, it is a direct indicator of the vibrational state of the body. When we are stressed or anxious, our pulse quickens, the breath becomes shallow, and energy becomes constricted. In contrast, when we speak with calm confidence and coherence, the pulse slows, muscles relax, and energy flows more freely. The language we use both internally and externally has a profound effect on the rhythm of the body and the coherence of the energy field. The first step in using language to calm the pulse is to choose your words with intention. This requires mindfulness, being aware of the words you use, especially in moments of stress, frustration, or uncertainty. Most people do not realize that words like, "I'm exhausted, I can't do this," or "I'm stressed out" are commands to the body. These words create tension, disrupt circulation, and elevate stress hormones, reinforcing a state of dissonance. To calm the pulse and restore coherence, it is essential to replace these dissonant words with affirmations that align with the state you wish to cultivate. For example, instead of saying "I am tired" or "I feel drained," you might say "I am energized and aligned." "My energy flows freely," or "I am calm, centered, and vibrant." These words carry a different vibrational frequency, a frequency that the subconscious nervous system and body can follow. Instead of reinforcing fatigue and stress, these words send the instruction to the body to relax, restore, and align. The language of vitality directly counteracts the language of exhaustion, reprogramming the body's response to stress. The second step is to speak with emotional resonance. Words that are said without feeling have little power to influence the body. Emotion magnifies the effect of language, transforming mere words into powerful vibrational commands. When you speak affirmations or intentions, engage your emotions fully. Feel the words as if they are already true. Imagine your energy flowing freely, your muscles relaxing, and your pulse stabilizing. Feeling the affirmation amplifies the vibrational signal, making it more potent and more likely to be encoded into the subconscious mind and the nervous system. For instance, when you say "I am calm and centered," feel the calmness wash over you. Imagine it settling into your muscles, relaxing your jaw, softening your shoulders, and slowing your breath. Emotionally charge your words with the feeling of what you are affirming. This emotional connection tells the body, "This is the state I wish to create." It reprograms the nervous system to follow this new template, creating alignment and coherence in the body, mind, and energy field. The third step in using language to calm the pulse is to synchronize language with breath. Breath and language are intimately connected. When we speak, we naturally inhale and exhale, creating a rhythm that influences the body's energy. The rhythm of the breath can be used intentionally to calm the pulse, slow the heart rate, and synchronize the nervous system. By combining breath and language, we create a holistic approach to calming the body and mind. For example, inhale deeply while silently affirming, "I am calm." As you exhale, repeat the affirmation aloud, "My pulse is steady, my body is relaxed." Inhaling, you draw in the energy of calmness. Exhaling, you release tension and stress. With each cycle of breath, your body begins to align with the rhythm of your words, and your pulse naturally slows. This synchronized practice sends powerful instructions to the subconscious, guiding the body to relax and restore balance. Rhythmic breath and language can be particularly effective when you feel yourself becoming tense or anxious. In moments of stress, you can immediately anchor yourself with conscious breathing and deliberate language. By focusing on your breath, speaking with emotional resonance, and synchronizing these elements, you break the cycle of stress and return to coherence. The rhythm of the breath, coupled with the intention of your words, creates a stable frequency that the body can follow naturally. Another powerful tool is whispering affirmations or mantras. Speaking in a whisper engages the body's relaxation response, calming the pulse and promoting a sense of peace. When you whisper an affirmation, the words are softened and the tone becomes soothing, further signaling the nervous system to relax. Whispering slows the tempo of speech, which naturally induces a calming effect on the body while still delivering the vibrational command to the subconscious. The fourth step is to create a consistent language practice. Just as repetition of thought and imagery strengthens the neural pathways of coherence, consistent use of calming language reinforces the body's natural rhythms. This practice need not be long or complicated. A few minutes each day, ideally during the golden hour, when the mind is relaxed and receptive, can make all the difference. Over time, the subconscious begins to adopt these new patterns of language as the default, calming the pulse and restoring internal alignment automatically. Ultimately, language is not just a tool for communication, it is an instrument of transformation. The words we speak carry vibrational weight, shaping the very fabric of our body, mind, and energy field. By choosing our words, carefully speaking with emotional resonance, and synchronizing language with breath, we can actively guide the body toward relaxation, alignment, and vitality. The pulse, the breath, and the body all respond to language as instruction. When we speak with intention, we become the conscious architects of our physical and emotional state, creating harmony and coherence from within. Serenity is not an abstract concept. It is a skill, a vibrational state that can be cultivated, trained, and mastered over time. In a world full of distractions, stressors, and constant stimuli, serenity is not a passive experience, but an active practice. Just as athletes train their muscles to build strength, we must train our minds and energy to maintain a state of calm clarity and balance. Serenity is not about the absence of chaos, but the ability to remain aligned in the face of it. It is the art of mastering your inner world so that the outer world reflects peace, coherence, and vitality. The first step in training serenity is awareness. Serenity cannot be cultivated without first understanding the rhythms of the mind, body, and energy field. In moments of tension or stress, ask yourself, what is the quality of my thoughts? Are they scattered negative or reactive? Are my muscles tight, my breath shallow? Awareness is the first tool in reprogramming the nervous system. By observing the state of your mind and body, you create the space for deliberate change. It is in the moment of awareness that you gain the power to redirect your thoughts, emotions, and energy. Without this step, serenity remains elusive, a concept rather than a lived experience. Once you've become aware of the dissonance or tension in your body and mind, the next step is to interrupt the cycle of stress. This is where the power of breath and intentional language comes in. Slow, deep breathing immediately activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response, counteracting the effects of stress. As you breathe deeply, focus your attention on the present moment. Let go of the past and future, and bring your awareness into the now. Inhaling, feel the air entering your lungs, filling you with calm and clarity. Exhaling, release any tension, negativity, or anxiety. With each breath, return to the present and reset your vibrational frequency. Incorporating affirmations and visualizations into your breathing practice can enhance its effectiveness. When you inhale, silently affirm, I am calm, I am centered, I am aligned. As you exhale, visualize tension dissolving from your body. See it leaving with the breath replaced by a peaceful energy. Visualization works because it provides a geometric instruction to the subconscious. When you visualize yourself in a serene state, relaxed, clear, and aligned, the subconscious believes it to be true, and the body and nervous system follow. Consistent practice of breath, affirmation, and visualization rewires the mind and body, creating an internal state of coherence that reflects externally in every moment. The second step is to train the mind to choose serenity amidst external chaos. It is easy to feel calm when everything around us is peaceful, but true mastery comes when we can maintain serenity in the midst of challenges. Serenity is not a passive state. It is an active choice in the face of life's fluctuations. When stress arises, whether in the form of a difficult conversation, a challenging task, or an unexpected event, train your mind to pause before reacting. Instead of allowing the external circumstance to dictate your emotional state, choose to respond with calm and clarity. Pause, breathe, and affirm your inner peace. One technique to train the mind in serenity is the practice of presence. When we are fully present in the moment, we are not overwhelmed by the future or the past. We are not caught up in thoughts of what could go wrong or ruminating on past mistakes. In the present moment, there is only clarity and stillness. Practice bringing your awareness to whatever task you are engaged in, whether eating, working, or simply sitting. Notice the sensations in your body, the flow of your breath, and the environment around you. The practice of presence trains the mind to remain anchored in the now, where serenity naturally arises. The third step in training serenity is to nourish the body. Serenity is not just a mental state. It is deeply connected to the physical body. When the body is tense, exhausted, or malnourished, it becomes much harder to maintain a calm mind. One of the quickest ways to restore alignment is by relaxing the body. Progressive muscle relaxation is an effective technique for releasing physical tension. Starting at the feet, mentally scan your body, consciously releasing tension from each muscle group as you work your way up to the head. As you relax each muscle, breathe deeply and imagine the tension leaving your body with every exhale. This practice not only reduces physical stress, but also sends the signal to your mind that it is safe to release. Additionally, physical exercise plays a crucial role in cultivating serenity. Regular physical activity helps to reduce stress hormones, enhance circulation, and promote deep, restful sleep. When the body is nourished and balanced, the mind follows suit. Engage in activities that bring you joy and ease, whether it is yoga, walking, dancing, or simply stretching. As you care for your body, you create the foundation for mental and emotional serenity. The fourth step in training serenity is self-compassion. True serenity comes when we can accept ourselves fully, imperfections, struggles, and all. The mind often becomes unsettled when we criticize or judge ourselves harshly. Self-criticism creates internal conflict, draining our energy and disrupting our peace. Practice speaking to yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a loved one. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, offer compassion. I am human, and I am learning. By fostering a gentle relationship with yourself, you allow serenity to flourish within. Finally, training serenity is an ongoing practice, a lifelong journey of alignment and mastery. As you move through life, continue to observe your thoughts, choose serenity in moments of stress, and nourish your body and mind. Over time, the practice of serenity becomes automatic as the body and mind learn to return to calm more quickly. The external world may continue to present challenges, but you will find that your inner peace remains unshaken. Serenity, once trained, becomes a constant companion regardless of the circumstances around you. Breath is the lifeblood of transformation. It is not merely the act of inhaling and exhaling that sustains life. It is the vibration of breath that resonates through the body, mind, and energy field. The rhythm of the breath is directly tied to the rhythms of the body, and when we consciously control our breath, we not only influence the flow of energy, but also shape our internal vibration. When breath is consciously paired with words, it becomes a vibrational tool that can reprogram the subconscious, relax the nervous system, and align the body with desired outcomes. The power of the breath, combined with intentional language, is a profound method for manifesting peace, vitality, and transformation. Words are vibrational commands, instructions to the subconscious and body. The vibrations carried by words are not just linguistic, they are energetic pulses that interact with the body's energy field. When paired with the conscious rhythm of breath, words become even more powerful. Breathing words amplifies the impact of language, turning it from a simple statement into an embodied command. This process instructs the nervous system muscles and energy field, reprogramming them for alignment, calm, and coherence. The first step in breathing words is conscious breathing. Breath is the bridge between the body and mind, the gap between thought and action. When we breathe consciously, we access the power of the present moment and begin to influence the flow of energy throughout the body. Deep, slow, and rhythmic breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which governs relaxation and balance. It sends the signal to the body that it is safe, allowing the muscles to release tension, the heart rate to stabilize, and the mind to calm. To breathe consciously is to be aware of each breath, to take it deliberately and with intention. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs with air, and exhale, slowly releasing tension, doubt, and dissonance. With each breath, you are sending a signal to your nervous system: I am calm, I am safe, I am aligned. This conscious breathing primes the body for the vibrational instructions that will follow in the form of words. The second step is to pair breath with language. Words have inherent power, but when they are spoken in rhythm with the breath, they become a tool of creation. For example, as you inhale deeply, say to yourself, I am grounded. Feel the grounding energy. Fill your body as you breathe in. As you exhale, say, I release all tension. Imagine the stress leaving your body, with every breath carried away by the exhale. This practice of pairing breath and language sends a clear message to the subconscious: you are training your body to relax and align with the vibrational instructions of your words. Another example, inhale while silently saying, I am calm. Feel the calmness enter your body. Feel the muscles soften, the pulse steady. As you exhale, say, I am at peace, visualizing tension dissolving with the breath. This simple practice of breathe, speak, and release helps to anchor your desired state into your body and energy field. You are creating a feedback loop where breath, language, and the subconscious become synchronized and aligned. Emotion is the third essential element in breathing words. Words and breath are powerful, but they are nothing without emotional engagement. The subconscious responds most deeply to emotions, as they carry a vibrational weight that language alone cannot achieve. When you speak words but do so without feeling, the impact is weak. However, when you breathe words with emotional resonance, when you feel the truth of what you are saying, those words become commands to your body and mind. For example, as you inhale, say, I am full of vitality, and feel that vitality entering every cell in your body. Let your heart fill with energy as you breathe in. As you exhale, say, I release all fatigue, and feel your body lightening, your muscles relaxing. Emotion amplifies the effect of the words, infusing them with energy that resonates deeply within your cells. You may also combine visualization with breathing words. As you breathe in and say, I am energized, visualize light flowing through your body, filling every cell with vitality. See your muscles relaxing and your circulation improving. Visualization converts your words into detailed, geometric templates that your subconscious can follow literally. Visualization combined with emotional engagement amplifies the vibrational frequency of your breath and words, making them more powerful and effective in aligning the body and mind. The fourth step is consistent practice. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, breathing words strengthens your energy field and your ability to consciously influence your body and mind. In the beginning, the effects may feel subtle. You might notice small shifts in your breathing, your energy, or your mental clarity. But as you continue to practice, these small shifts compound over time, creating lasting change. Over weeks and months, you will begin to notice your pulse slowing, your body becoming more relaxed, and your mind staying clearer in moments of stress. Consistency is key to embedding this practice into your subconscious and reprogramming your automatic responses to stress, tension, and fatigue. The beauty of breathing words is that it is a practice that can be done anywhere, anytime. In the midst of a stressful situation, you can pause, breathe deeply, and repeat affirmations that calm your mind and body. In moments of fatigue or tension, you can use the breath to reset your energy and bring your body back into alignment. Breathing words becomes a portable tool, one that you can use in any circumstance to bring you back to center. Ultimately, breathing words is an act of creation. Every breath you take carries with it the potential for transformation. When paired with intentional language and emotional resonance, breath becomes the tool by which you can reprogram your body, mind, and energy field. Through consistent practice, you train yourself to remain aligned, calm, and coherent no matter what life presents. In this practice, you become not just a passive participant in life, but a conscious creator shaping your internal and external reality with every breath you take. The mirror is more than just a reflection of our physical appearance. It is a gateway, a portal through which we view not only our external features but also our internal landscape. The mirror reflects the energy we carry within the patterns of thought, belief, and emotion that form our self-image. But more than that, the mirror is a tool of transformation. It has the power to amplify our inner vibration, reinforce our sense of self, and ultimately shape our reality. By consciously engaging with the mirror, we can rewrite our internal story, change our self-perception, and reshape the way we interact with the world. Most people interact with mirrors unconsciously. They glance at their reflection, and the mind immediately begins to make judgments, criticisms, comparisons, or evaluations of worth. I look tired. I'm not good enough. I wish I could change this. These thoughts and words, though seemingly harmless, are vibrational instructions that the body and subconscious obey. The energy we project in these moments can create tension, stress, and dissonance in the nervous system. We see ourselves through the lens of our inner beliefs, and those beliefs shape the way we hold our body, the way we feel, and the way the world responds to us. But the mirror also offers us an opportunity for conscious self-reprogramming. The reflection we see is not a fixed truth. It is fluid and ever-changing, just like the energy we carry. By using the mirror intentionally, we can shift the way we perceive ourselves, reframe negative self-talk, and align our energy with our desired state. The mirror, when used as a tool of transformation, can become a powerful ally in the process of self-creation. The first step in rewriting the mirror is awareness. Stand before the mirror and notice the thoughts, feelings, and judgments that arise. Are you focusing on perceived flaws? Do you find yourself critiquing your body, your appearance, or your abilities? This is the moment to pause and observe these patterns without judgment. Awareness is not about self-criticism. It is about observing the vibrational patterns you have been unconsciously reinforcing. By becoming aware of your automatic reactions, you create the space for deliberate change. Next, consciously cancel the negative thoughts and judgments. Mentally say, cancel, and release the negative energy. This disruption in the habitual thought pattern is vital. Just as you might erase a word on a page, you are now erasing the old limiting beliefs about yourself that have been unconsciously embedded. This interruption is a powerful way to send a signal to your subconscious. This is no longer true. After canceling the old patterns, it's time to replace them with positive affirming language. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, with kindness, compassion, and love. Instead of criticizing your reflection, affirm your strength, your beauty, your worth. Look deeply into your eyes and say, I am powerful, I am worthy of love, I am radiant and aligned. Let each word resonate deeply in your body. Feel the truth of your affirmation. As you speak these words, imagine them settling into every cell of your body, filling you with vitality and confidence. Visualization enhances this process. See yourself glowing with light. See your posture straightening, your energy expanding. The mirror is a direct reflection of the energy we project outward. And as you speak with power, love, and conviction, you shift the energy within you. Your body responds to these words. Muscles soften, pulse steadies, breath deepens. You are not simply changing your thoughts. You are reprogramming the entire system to align with a new coherent frequency. The next step in rewriting the mirror is to engage with it daily. This practice is not a one-time event. It is a ritual. Like any transformation, The reprogramming of the subconscious requires repetition. Stand before the mirror each day and reaffirm your self-worth. It may feel awkward at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it will become. Consistency is key. Over time, the subconscious will begin to adopt these new affirmations as truths, and you will find yourself naturally aligning with the energy you have been reinforcing. During this process, emotion is your ally. The subconscious does not respond only to words. It responds to the emotions that accompany those words. When you engage emotionally with the affirmations, you accelerate the process of transformation. Feel the joy of your own power, the gratitude for your body, the love for who you are in this moment. Emotion amplifies your words, ensuring they are encoded deeply into your subconscious and energy field. Without emotional engagement, the affirmation remains weak. With emotion, it becomes a powerful force for change. Another powerful technique is to visualize the desired self in the mirror. Imagine the person you want to become, the person who radiates confidence, clarity, and vitality. See yourself in this light full of strength, alignment, and purpose. As you look into the mirror, see this person not as a distant ideal, but as someone who is already you. Hold this image in your mind and feel the connection between your present self and your future self. This practice of visualization not only reinforces the positive image, but also trains the subconscious to manifest this ideal version of you in your reality. As you continue this process, you will begin to see changes both inside and out. Your posture will improve, your energy will rise, and your confidence will grow. The way you perceive yourself will shift, and your interactions with others will reflect this new sense of alignment. The mirror, once a place of self-judgment, becomes a portal for self-love, self-empowerment, and self-realization. Ultimately, rewriting the mirror is about rewriting your inner story. The reflection in the mirror is simply the external manifestation of your internal beliefs. By changing the way you see yourself, you change the way you move through the world. As you continue to engage with the mirror consciously, you will find that not only does your external appearance shift, but your inner world becomes one of peace, alignment, and effortless confidence. The mirror becomes a tool of self-creation, a constant reminder that the way you see yourself is the way you create yourself. Circulation is the rhythm of life. It is the flow of energy, blood, and vitality throughout the body. Without proper circulation, energy stagnates, and the body becomes clogged with dissonant frequencies that create tension, fatigue, and dis-ease. When circulation is blocked, whether in the physical, mental, or emotional body, energy cannot flow freely, and alignment becomes difficult to maintain. To unblock circulation is to release tension, to harmonize the rhythms of the body, and to restore the flow of vitality throughout every cell. The first step in unblocking circulation is to identify areas of constriction. These areas may manifest as physical tension, tightness in the muscles, or a feeling of being stuck in certain areas of life. Tension is the body's signal that circulation has been blocked, either by stress, emotional trauma, or poor habits. This tension may show up in the neck, shoulders, or lower back, or in the areas where we hold unexpressed emotion. Mental or emotional blocks can also disrupt circulation, creating patterns of thought that prevent energy from flowing freely. Awareness is the key. Notice where tension resides in the body and bring your focus to these areas. In doing so, you begin to create the space for healing and release. Once you have identified the areas of blockages, the next step is to engage in deep, conscious breathing. Breath is the most immediate tool we have for restoring circulation. When we breathe deeply and slowly, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's relaxation response, which immediately encourages the muscles to relax and the pulse to slow. Breathing deeply moves energy through the body, allowing it to circulate freely and bringing coherence to the nervous system. To unblock circulation, breathe with intention. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs with air, and visualize energy entering your body with each breath. Imagine the energy circulating through every part of your body, reaching areas that may have been blocked. As you exhale, imagine the tension and stagnation, leaving your body dissolving into the air. This rhythmic practice of breath, paired with the intention of unblocking energy, creates a flow that gently guides the body toward relaxation and balance. With each breath, you are inviting energy to flow through the body and encouraging the release of blockages. The third step is visualization. Visualizing the free flow of energy is a powerful tool for unblocking circulation. When you imagine energy circulating freely through your body, you send a clear, vivid instruction to the subconscious. The subconscious does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. It will follow the instructions given to it. By creating detailed mental images of circulation, seeing blood moving freely through veins, energy flowing through muscles and organs, you program your nervous system to align with these images. The mind will then begin to direct energy where it is needed, guiding it to areas of the body that are in need of restoration. Visualize your body as a river with each inhale, allowing the water to move through the stream, clearing any debris or obstacles that may be causing stagnation. See the river flowing with ease, smooth, and unimpeded. The more vividly and emotionally you engage with this imagery, the more powerful the effect. Emotion amplifies visualization, making it more real, more potent, and more likely to influence your physical and energetic state. As you visualize energy circulating freely, you can also speak affirmations that reinforce the imagery. Affirmations, such as energy, flows effortlessly through my body, or my circulation is free and smooth, reinforce the instruction you are sending to the subconscious. The spoken word, especially when paired with visualization, has a powerful effect on the body and energy field. When you affirm the desired state, whether it's physical relaxation or mental clarity, you are shaping your body's response to the vibration you're holding. The fourth step in unblocking circulation is release through movement. Movement is the physical counterpart to breath and visualization. It is through movement that energy becomes free to flow, especially in areas where it has become trapped. Gentle stretching, yoga, or other forms of physical exercise help to break up stagnant energy in the body, allowing circulation to return to its natural flow. When you engage in movement with intention, whether it's stretching, walking, or dancing, you are instructing your body to release the tension and blockages that restrict circulation. The more fluid and conscious the movement, the more effective it will be at restoring the natural flow of energy. A simple practice to begin unblocking circulation is progressive muscle relaxation. This technique involves consciously tensing and releasing each muscle group, starting from your toes and working up to your head. As you tense, the muscles breathe deeply and visualize energy moving into those areas. Then, as you release the muscles, imagine the blockages dissolving and energy circulating freely. This process of tensing and releasing, coupled with deep breathing and visualization, allows you to target specific areas of the body where energy has become stagnant and restore circulation and balance. The fifth step is maintaining emotional clarity. Emotional blockages are often at the root of physical tension and stagnant energy. Unexpressed emotions such as fear, anger, sadness, or guilt can create energetic blockages in the body that prevent circulation. When we experience emotions without processing them, they become trapped in the body, creating patterns of tension that restrict energy flow. To unblock emotional circulation, practice becoming aware of your emotions and allowing yourself to process them fully. This can be done through journaling, talking with someone, or simply taking time to sit in silence and observe the emotions that arise. As emotions are expressed and released, energy moves freely, both in the emotional body and in the physical body. Finally, rest is essential for unblocking circulation. When the body is stressed, fatigued, or overwhelmed, energy becomes stagnant. Sleep and rest are the natural periods during which the body restores itself and rebalances. Make sure to prioritize rest and give yourself permission to relax deeply. This restorative period allows your body to recalibrate, release tension, and restore the flow of energy and vitality. Ultimately, unblocking circulation is about bringing coherence to the rhythms of your body and mind. When energy flows freely, the body operates in harmony, and the nervous system is in alignment with the natural rhythms of life. By using breath visualization, movement, and emotional clarity, you create the conditions for vitality, health, and balance. You become a conduit for energy to flow effortlessly, restoring your body to its natural state of ease and coherence. Now that you know the keys to unlocking your energy, it's time to make the change. Each breath, word, and thought you speak is reprogramming your reality. Remember, your inner world shapes the outer world, and keep practicing. Stay aligned and watch how everything around you begins to shift. Serenity, vitality, and coherence are yours to create. Are you ready to live in alignment with your highest self? It's your choice, and it starts with your next breath.